guys, Candy here at My Mobile Homestead. So today I'm going to talk to you about my second fermentation for the kombucha. Now I have made the video for it and I'll go ahead and pop that up there. But I made some discoveries that I would like to share with you. One of those, I want to let you know that I normally don't do notes, but I'm trying to stay on topic because I've got a little bit of a squirrel issue. It's always like that, but yeah. So, at first, I did research on the internet. Not so much on YouTube, but just like a lot of research on the internet and even some books that I had checked out at the library. And none of them indicated that I needed to add a sweetener to it. It just said to put the fruit in the bottle and then to fill it with the tea, put the lid on, and put it away. Well, it didn't. It didn't take on the fruit taste as nicely, and it most definitely didn't have any kind of a fizz. And I was looking for that fizz. You know, because I'm using this to replace soda. I don't drink soda ever. And, well, I just get tired of water all the time. But, you know, hey, it's better than nothing. So, this is my replacement soda. It's so good. So what I did was, let me see. First thing that happened was I was watching a video by Gridlessness, and what they had done in their video was they put frozen fruit in, and they said that the frozen fruit breaks down better than fresh fruit, which I have found to be true. And then they would put in about a teaspoon of honey, and that is what helps with the fizz. And believe me, it really does fizz good. Sometimes, woo, you know, explode. So then I was watching a YouTube video by Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, and Stacy was talking about using juice in hers, organic juice. Now, if I already have the fruit on hand, I imagine I could juice it in my juicer and just put it into the bottle. So it's not like you have to go out and buy juice. You can juice it yourself if necessary. And then using a sweetener. So she's also said that you need to use that sweetener for the fizz, for that final part. And so what she said, though, was that you don't have to you can use honey, you can use sugar, you can use maple syrup, and I'm guessing, but she didn't say in the video, that you might even be able to use molasses, but if you did, probably less than you would of the other things, because what I've been doing is using about a teaspoon, and that seems to work perfectly. The flavor is just amazing. One discovery that I did make, however, was I tried using freeze-dried fruit. And the freeze-dried fruit seemed to make the kombucha create more alcohol. There is just a small fraction of alcohol. I'm sure a lot of you have seen information on the news or on the internet about how they're considering stopping the sale of it in the health food stores and only allowing them to sell it in liquor stores because it has an alcohol content. I hope that they don't do that. It is a very, very tiny amount of alcohol content, but it is fermented fruit, and when you ferment fruit, it can turn to alcohol, like, you know, like, what is that called? Applejack or something? My mom used to make that all the time when I was a kid. So, but with the freeze-dried fruit, it had a much stronger alcohol content, in my opinion. I didn't care for the taste, so I gave it to my son. He enjoyed it very much. But it wasn't enough where he got drunk or tipsy. I could tell that it was a little bit of, that it had the alcohol content. It just kind of made me feel a little bit warm, and almost had a hint of that like beer/wine taste to it. So not my flavor preference. So I just went ahead and gave those to him, and I won't be using freeze-dried fruit again. Now I don't know if dehydrated fruit responds the same way. I have no idea. I haven't tested that out yet. Right now I'm trying to build up my supply enough to just keep me in kombucha pretty much every single day. So if I do it with dehydrated fruit and it turns out to be failed, then I'm out. Some kombucha that I really, really want in my body. So that's the main things that I wanted to update you about. However, the big thing though is I am so pleased with the product that I have gotten between the information I got from Gridlessness and the information I got from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, that I am full on making this stuff all the time. Now I did try to make a 2-gallon batch, and it just didn't, it took forever. And then my SCOBY didn't look so great, so I went ahead and dumped it. But I'm going to have to stick to, I don't know, 1-gallon batches and have them all over the house or something. I don't have a very big house, but I do like making quite a bit of kombucha. So the next thing that I want to talk to you about is, like I said, Stacy said that I could use juice. And I had not thought about that before, which is great because, you know what, I don't mind the fruit being in there, but there's a lot of people that really don't want to come up on a piece of fruit while they're drinking their kombucha. So juice works great. Another thing that I found recently at the health food store was it's frozen. It's actually a smoothie thing, and it's acai. And I'm going to give that a try today. That's going to be awesome. And super healthy because acai is awesome for you. It's a superfruit. So I'll be giving this a try. It won't be like juice because, so it's going to leave something in there. It's just not going to be like a solid piece of fruit. So I will update you and let you know how that turns out. I'm looking forward to this. And then the last thing that I want to talk to you about, a lot of videos that I watch, people are, talking about like reusing these jars. These jars that you buy at the store, a lot of them have excellent lids that seal beautifully. And you can reuse them several times. You can even buy replacement lids for these on Amazon. I haven't had to do that yet, but when I do and I find them, I will pop a link down below. In the meantime, an important thing that I want to address, because I don't recall seeing any of this, is that you need to sanitize these. Because there are cases of, some people really are freaking out about making their own kombucha because some people have gotten sick. Well, if you are not properly cleaning and sanitizing everything that goes into contact with your kombucha, then it doesn't matter if it's kombucha or if it's just anything like a cup of tea or a cup of soda or whatever it is. If you don't clean your stuff, you're going to get sick. So, just so you know, I sanitize these. I bring my kettle to a boil. I let it boil for several minutes. Then I pour it into my bottles and I let it sit until it completely cools, including the lids. And I pour it off after it cools. And I have right now them sitting on my counter waiting to be poured into, but I have a towel laying on top of them so that nothing in the air touches their lid, which like this one's going to be re-sanitized. But I have 5 sitting in the sink right now sanitizing, so I think I have enough. Anyway, that's just an important thing. Gosh, I had somebody at work, tell me that it was a fungus. No, it's not a fungus, guys. It is not. It is a SCOBY. SCOBY is an acronym for Symbiotic Colony of Bacteria and Yeast. Just so you all know, if you like drinking beer and you like drinking wine, it's the exact same thing. So, don't knock it till you try it. Beer and wine are just as dangerous as kombucha, okay? So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close now. Love you guys. I hope this was helpful. If you have any comments or questions, please post them below. And I'll talk to you later. God bless.